Hi, how are you? Let's talk. Is that what you're here for? That's what I'm here for, just to talk. Ooh, I'm feeling a little goofy this morning, which is like usually good for me. So if you don't know, I will tell you that the Cosmic Kundalini Mastermind we kicked off. We're 1 week in. The doors are still open because it's 5 months, and when I say you didn't miss much, like content wise, and like you didn't miss much, but like the results that the women are already seeing and the things that they're saying is like a lot, because that's how fast this can all happen. When we commit to this motherfucking epic cosmic technology. But anyway, so yeah, the doors are open until the 31st. I'll link in the show notes. You know where to find me if you have questions. It'll never be this price again. It's a phenomenal price for the amount of support you get from me, the accountability you get from the group, the incredible amount of content and video lessons and yoga classes and group meditations. It's a lot of support that I believe we need to really apply this practice over time to all of the areas of our life, right? Healing the nervous system, committing to decondition ourselves from the subconscious patterns that do not support the life that we want to create, and then reprogramming in new systems and patterns of belief that can then be energetically projected onto physical reality. And over the course of 5 months, you will change your life. Okay? So anyway, I wanted to talk about one of the conversations specifically in the group, because I'm in there every day. I'm scrolling through, and I'm in there at least a couple days a week doing specific mentoring, channeling on what's going on for you, what's going on for everyone in the group, because these women are from all over the world, have all different sorts of dreams and goals, but the same core desire is to stress less, receive more, and apply this technology daily, right? So one of the women inside was expressing what's been coming up for her during our daily practice. And she writes, during the breath, my mind is always bringing me to this question: what job do I want after this one? How can I find something that's aligned where I feel safe? And it's a big question coming up for her. It's bringing up a lot of anxiety, and she pretty much always seems to spiral back to that insecure, overthinking place. So I can relate to that, and I'm sure you can too, and most of the women in the group as well. The first thing I shared with her to address this is a personal story that I'll share with you right now. I'll keep it short because it's not really the main point, but basically, 6 or 7 years ago, I was nannying, cleaning homes, and I was over it. But here I was, I guess it was I'm going to be 36. So I think I was 30 at the time. I was 30, college dropout. I had no quote unquote professional skills. I had no exciting, I was like, what the F am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know how to make this income with something else. I don't want to go sit, at a desk. I've never done that before. Because, nannying and cleaning homes, I'm up on my feet. I'm building my own schedule. I was making good money, but I was exhausted. And I didn't see myself doing that forever. But again, my mind was just spiraling. I was like, so I go back to school. Do I have to save money? How do I pay down the debt that I have? Just no logical way to get out of it. And like so quickly the overwhelm, you know what I mean? Like we're told, okay, take one step at a time. I mean, I say that a lot, but it's like when you're just in that state and you're surviving, right? I was getting the ends to meet. I was surviving. Granted, like I was actually not just getting the ends to meet. I was doing really well nannying. I mean, this is a story for another day, but I basically like scaled my nanny career. I had some nannies working under me. For other families, getting cuts. Really, that's a whole nother like thing where I talk about the different businesses I've scaled. And I applied all that knowledge to building my business online. That's why it seems like I did really well, really fast. But again, I had a lot of the back work. But that's not the point. The point is I was sitting and I was doing Kundalini meditation and I had all these thoughts, anxiety coming up, just like the woman in the group is saying. And the message that came through was, your only job right now, Kier, is to refine your mind. Your only job is to refine your mind. Just start there. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was just like, all right, I know this is it. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. And I feel like we need to remind ourselves of that regularly, because that is what gives us the power. We are not subject to whatever physical reality is throwing at us. And how we navigate it changes physical reality. And so I knew with that one simple task to just start. Step 1, refine your mind. And I know how to do that systematically. I have the technology for that. It's Kundalini meditation. At age 30, I'd been teaching and studying and practicing it for over 10 years. So I was like, all right, gotta get a little bit of the discipline back in and do it. And I am telling you, from there, everything, shit. After that, left relationship, met soulmate, lost my nanny jobs, found different nanny jobs, started channeling in person, started giving more readings in person. It really tumbled. And it was from refining my mind first, which changes your frequency. And then you're in a frequency state where you see more opportunity. You're available for more. And so I basically shared that with her, right? And her response was amazing. I forgot to say, a huge part of refining the mind was also, this is a big part, that I didn't need to know what to do next. All I had to do was refine my mind. That's a big missing piece I forgot to say. But yes, the logical mind didn't know what to do. I needed to refine my mind, which refining the mind is creating balance in the neutral mind, right? So the woman in the group goes, a part of me knows I don't need to know, and I know life is coming at me in a beautiful way, and I enjoyed it. Another part of me needs to know. I need to know something, because job equals money equals safety. I've struggled so much with money the last couple years because of mental health reasons. I wasn't able to feel safe anywhere outside of my home. Working wasn't possible. So no work equals no money equals I'm not safe. This is what my brain is telling me. So this is what I responded to her and what I'm going to share with you as well. So, of course, I share with her that this is an incredibly vulnerable and powerful share. I know many women in here, and you listening, can relate. Because in my world, we do need money to survive. That part of your mind isn't wrong. So if you feel like this, where there's that part of your mind spiraling, that part of your mind isn't wrong. We can't push that away. Through this work, we're not denying the reality that we need cash to live, to pay our bills, to buy food, support our families, to have savings and feel safe, to enjoy life, to create more freedom, money, big deal. We're talking Maslow's hierarchy of needs here, and that's real as hell. So basically, if you're not super familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's basically like you can't reach self-actualization, this desire to expand and excitement to expand without like locking in the base of the triangle. So it's a picture, you could Google it. The baseline is air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. Like that's what it lists. So here we're talking about, if you don't have money to keep a roof over your head, or you're really just getting the ends to barely meet and you need to feed yourself, your family, whatever, the idea that you're supposed to like just jump into like positive thinking and expansion like isn't possible. And we can't push away that voice. We need to meet the physiological need, right? The safety needs, personal security, employment, health, resources. And it goes up from there. So in this conversation, like we're talking about these baseline needs that are necessary. I would never, like some people just ignore that. And I kind of look at it also as like, it's so interesting. I'm just realizing this now and it makes so much fucking sense. It's like the chakra system, kind of like building from the base, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's like red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So like the chakra system, and the top being like the higher energy centers. So to reach like enlightenment, the baseline needs to be considered. Same with emotional energetic healing, the baseline being the body. So the nervous system, it has to be regulated, and safety needs to be realized in order to self-realize into this cosmic creative sphere. So, as I was saying, through this work, we're not denying the reality that we need money. I consider Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the nervous system regulation work that we do in my containers. So essentially, while we're not denying the need for earning income to live, what we do with this Kundalini practice and with this energetic healing work, the quantum inner child, these practices and energetic concepts that I channel and apply, we're opening to the reality of the now moment, here and now. Right now, you are safe. You have the power to create safety in your body. And that's one of the beautiful things of Kundalini. It takes what I believe is like the body's hierarchy of needs and creates that stability and the raising of vibration and enlightenment states all at once. So the pranayama, the mantra, the movement regulates the nervous system and affects all of the systems of the physical body as well as the subtle energy centers. So from that regulated state, that's where you take one next action step in the direction of creating the support you need. So applying for jobs, maybe asking for help, seeking support from your community, brainstorming ideas to generate income, feeling excited and open to life. So the energy that you bring to the action steps, while regulated, is going to be very different than if you approach those action steps from a fight, flight, shame, survival spiral, right? So from here, we know that energetically, vibrationally, we open up to different timelines, opportunities, and outcomes. And this is having faith and believing in ourselves and feeling our inner anchor of strength no matter what. So we're not bypassing anything. We're not bypassing the need for money at all. We're saying, yeah, I need money. And I have the power to feel safe right here and now and change the way I approach my money-making action steps. Again, whether it be applying for jobs or me, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner. So for me, it's creating a piece of content, sending an email, creating an offer, selling. The way I approach that, if I'm coming from a place of survival, needing to get something out of it, not believing in myself, needing that external validation that my work is worthy, that's going to completely change the frequency of my content, the vibration of clients coming in or not coming in. It's going to affect my channels of cash flow and so on. You get what I'm saying here? So I thought that was a really important thing that everyone could benefit from. And also a really cool example of what's going on inside of this container and the type of coaching and mentoring connection that you can get. And I also asked this beautiful woman in this container for more details about her situation so that we could get more personal and deeper, and I could really dig in and help her like transmute this and manifest some really fucking epic shit. All right, so 𝗧𝗢𝗏 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓. I love you. Bye.